There is one publication called Socialist Register, which has given a very detailed analysis about the nature of work of the IT employees in 2001 itself, and they have analyzed the position of IT employees in the society, and in that context they have used the term, even though they are the highly paid, even though they are dealing with the highly advanced technology in the country, they are all the cybergeriate, or in other words, knowledge slaves. I am very sorry to say this. This is observation by one of the reputed publications which has analyzed the role of IT employees in the society. And it says the cybergeriate are the new class that has emerged in the context of new economy, that is globalization. And this particular class has a very important role in the society, and they can also play an important role in the emancipation of the humankind, provided they get their consciousness. Perhaps, and of course, the IT industry in the country, not only in the country but also in the entire world, it's an infantile stage. And the IT workforce is also growing, and it is said to become conscious of its own role. Only now the IT employees are facing various kinds of hurdles and problems, and only now they have started talking about, at least to share information about the issues. And in such a context, when we say that we are proud of being in Bangalore, which is IT capital, okay, I am not very sure, because when we talk about growth, what does that growth mean? Dr. Prakash said very well. Growth is jobless growth. That growth doesn't mean anything. And people say that it was a slowdown in the economy, it was a kind of a recession in the industry in 2011. But I would like to tell you some facts. And I think definitely IT employees were affected a lot. The many people in the bench were shut out. Many IT employees were asked to quit. I think even the very reputed big companies, they had a target of downsizing. They had 10% cut. Pay was cut, and the people were sent out. 10% of the IT employees were sent out of the company. That was the situation in recession. But what the government says, according to the Planning Commission report, Indian government's Planning Commission report, they say that in 1999-2000, in that period, ITES exports was only $4 billion. And in 2006 to 2007, it was $31.2 billion. And in 2010-2011, it was $59 billion. I would like to remind you that 2011 was the most important year of the recession, so-called recession. But recession for whom? Recession for the employees. Recession for the people, not for the employees, not for the corporate companies. And if you talk about growth, whose growth you are talking about? You are talking about the growth of the corporate companies, not about the people, not about the employees. This is where I think you have to make a distinction. You just cannot be proud that somebody is growing. What is happening in India? Those who are the billionaires and multi-billionaires, they keep grow. They keep growing. It's true. But those who are at the margins of the society, they are being pushed out of the society. That is the situation in India. So we have to question the kind of growth that are being articulated by the various political parties and the government. I think there they have a difference. We have to have a different economy. We should have a complete reorientation of the economy. We should have a human face. What is the human face? Human face is not about anything else, but about the well-being of the people, well-being of the workers who are doing it. People say that IT employees are the islands. It's true. It could be they are the highly paid people. But if you compare a government worker and say worker, some employee in say IT enabled sector, any BPO or KPO, whatever you call it, what is the situation? In my opinion, in my analysis, I am not sure if you differ with that. Okay, in my opinion, the people working in the BPO sector and the people working in the government sector are no different but for the level of salary. Otherwise, in terms of service conditions, in terms of so many other aspects, in terms of harassment, in terms of not being able to question the authorities, there is no difference. Maybe there is a difference for the people who are the IT engineers. Yes, of course. But IT the people who are working in IT enabled sector, I think they are almost like government sector workers. What is the government sector? It's like sweatshops. But what is the IT enabled sectors in India? In my opinion, they are the most modern sweatshops in the country. I think that should be changed. And if you take the case of, say, engineers, IT engineers, I have some observations about this. For example, there could be people earning some 1 lakh rupee per month. Yes, they are there. And when we compare the salary, it just cannot be compared the salary. We just cannot compare the salary of a worker in a government industry and an engineer in an IT sector. Rather, how we have to calculate it? What is the profit margin for the person in the government sector? Or what's the profit margin for the person who is the employer who is paid some 1 lakh rupee for an employee? Is he on a loss? Is he paying out of his pocket? Rather, the profit margin is much more higher in IT sector. Compared to that, if you look at it, I would say it's a poor salary for the workers. Poor salary for the employees. Because it's a capital intensive industry and the very same employee, the very same nature of job, if it is done by some American states or some other person in some other country, they will not be paid just 1 lakh rupee. They will be paid some 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. And you are being paid only 1 lakh. And the company is earning so much. Company is getting a profit of so much. You just can't imagine. So when we talk about IT industry and their salary level and all that, I think definitely it has to have a different level. On the other hand, they say that every year IT employees are getting 10 to 15% hike. Government employees, central government employees, I think we have seen the news yesterday. 8% hike for the government employees, central government employees. Okay. For IT employees, if it is only 15% hike every year, I think it's a very poor hike. So we have, when people are talking about globalization, we have to demand globalization of wages. Only then we can say that at least some level of justice is achieved for the IT employees. Otherwise not. Otherwise they are treating you like a cowboy. That is the situation. And whatever these people who are talking to the call center employees in nasty, abusive language, I think they are doing it orally, and these corporate companies are doing it practically. I think that should be challenged. And on the other hand, I would say that there are certain issues like when we are talking about the domestic market. I mean, Prakash raised a very good issue. I think that is one important issue. See, because when Mr. Suresh spoke, he also was referring to the question of dependence on the US market. So to put it differently, I also shared with them, to put it differently, what is this IT industry we are talking about? What is the kind of IT industry we have in our country? This IT industry can never go independently because the entire knowledge is controlled by United States or any other country who are supplying orders. They are giving only a part of the, even if it is software development, they are only giving a minuscule part of their software development to the Indian companies in the name of outsourcing or whatever it is. And Right now I don't have the facts in my hand. But as far as I could gather, America or any other, any other country like that, who are outsourcing their operations to India, who are outsourcing their software development to India, they also give the liver control with them. So if you are talking about the IT industry in India, we have to fight the American hegemony over IT industry. We have to fight the American imperialist machinations over the IT industry. Then only I think IT industry can grow. If you look at the domestic market, of course, there are many people who have no computer, there are many houses that have no TVs, and this market can grow. But the point is, whether that be an independent economy of our own, whether it be an autonomous industry of our own, I think that should be questioned. America should be opposed to have ourselves to be liberated, to be emancipated, because they are the people who are controlling the knowledge industry here. Recently I was talking to one of our friends. So I asked him, he said he is working in some multinational company. I asked him what he was doing. He said he is a knowledge consultant. Knowledge consultant. I don't know what kind of knowledge you can consult here in India, being a kind of cyberterriers, knowledge slaves, in other words, keyboard slaves. I think what I'm saying maybe it's very harsh. I hope you will bear with me. But if you look at the economic, political and social dimensions to it, I hope you will agree what I am saying is correct. It's not my own observation, and it's observation by some other very learned people who analyze the position of the IT employees in the society. And then I think organizers caution me. I would like to say very few words and just conclude it. One is about the trade union and the related laws. The thing is, perhaps if you go by the rights granted by the Constitution, right to associate, right to organize, right for collective bargaining, that is inscribed in the Constitution. And if there is any law against the Constitution, that is illegal, that is not correct. So it is something to be challenged. It can be challenged only when the IT employees are organized. This is where the whole issue comes in. Whether we should demand Standing Orders Act, because 2 days back we had a meeting with the Labour Commissioner. So in that meeting also, including CITU and other trade unions, we raised the issue of extending the Employment Standing Orders Act. No more exemptions, and Employment Standing Orders Act should apply to the IT industry also. We all agreed. They said that they are going with some steps and all that. We are not sure when it will actually happen. But the issue has been raised, and I think if IT employees can be organized, and I have many other issues to speak, and there is no time restriction, I have completed here. If the workers can rise, the workers can organize, and IT employees, and it is a very good initiative. I am very happy to be here because the IT employees who are constituting kind of islands, they are there to look at the other side of the society. They want to know what's happening in the other side of the society. That much I am happy. And we are all the people who are all working among the people who are in the margins of the society, among the agricultural laborers, among unorganized workers, and in the industries, factories and all. And I hope we will also give a helping hand to the movements who are organizing the marginalized people in the society. And with this, I conclude my speech. Inkılap Zindabad.